Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the atmosphere of our world around us, and this time we will face the bunch of lies that are sold in many media, including official Polish media, about great help Polish nation and state gives to the Ukrainian refugees. The only true is that in this message is that this help that is offered by Polish government and its officials to the Ukrainian people and actually many others commerce from the east, because if there is a country that gives good living conditions for free, and this is the only true, that this help in quotation is given for free to almost all newcomers from the east, no matter who they are, and it doesn't matter how numerous they are, because currently we have about 5 millions of them, and now it was announced that the ones who were somehow suffered some losses, like losses of father or other family members of mother, due to the clashes with the Russian Federation that are currently ongoing on approximately 20-25% of the area of the Ukrainian state, will be given some repatriations from Polish state. So they will be given even more than they were giving till now, since February 2022, when all of these problems started. So if you remember some of my previous movies I recorded, telling that Poland is the largest orphan in the world because newcomers from the east are far more privileged than Polish locals, the citizens of the country that are living here from the very beginning. There is something not okay now to all of these privileges that are given from the newcomers from the east, and some other bunch of privileges was added. This is what I mentioned, that the ones who claim that due to the military activity of Russian Federation armed forces they lost somebody in the family, they will be given another gratification in Polish currency. I don't know how to comment it. There are only two ways of explaining such behavior of Polish government and officials. Or they simply got nuts completely, or they, like some other Polish politicians, are really obedient towards Western powers, especially Western European powers, in most cases, that they do not want to be flooded by the waves of the pretentious refugees from the east. So they want the majority of them to be kept in Poland. So our officials were bribed by the Western powers, Western European powers, by the, of course, money and promises that after you finish your term in Poland on your current position, you will be given some meaningless but very well-paid position in some of the offices in the administration of the Western European structures, most likely in the administrative structures of the European Union. Some of Polish politicians, like Mr. Donald Tusk, already gave the example how the Polish politician who wants to go to the West for the, in quotation, well-deserved retirement, well-paid job without no meaning. So he gave already the example, being one of the main deputy of European Commission without any power and any meaning, but it was a very well-paid position. So most likely many of Polish politicians, they agree for such movements, and they are making such decision harmful for Polish nation and Polish state, even not on a longer run harmful, but on a shorter run as well, because they know that most likely they will not win another elections, or they will not get deputy chair again, but maybe most likely they were promised some good well-paid position on the West in the European Union administration, And the second reason why this madness is ongoing, with this giving more and more privileges to incredibly quickly increasing number of the newcomers from the east, is that our politicians simply got nuts. So, or they are bribed by the promises from the Western authorities that do not want to have so many Ukrainians on their territories, or they got nuts. In my opinion, we have mixture of these two, because one doesn't exclude another. They believe in the promises of the West, of the representatives of Western European superpowers. That's why they got nuts, and they are making such decisions as they are making. What will come out of it? I don't think that something good will come out of it, because of course budget will not survive it. Polish people will feel it in this more and more, and they are feeling it already in their wallets. Ethnic clashes can start really soon, and most likely end will not be positive. And we have also a difficult past with the Ukrainians, just to mention Volyn massacre with its peak, because it was lasting for many years, but the largest intensity of massacre of Polish people by Ukrainian peasants took place from 1939 September till half of 1947, with the main peak in the summer 1943, July exactly. So we have a really difficult past, our two nations, and now being together, and now actually we are forced to be together with Ukrainians far more privileged than Polish people in their own country. Simply mixture of being nuts and being blinded by the most likely, for majority of politicians, empty promises given them by Western officials in order to avoid the necessity of keeping too many refugees from the east in their own Western countries. So again, Poland again is first to fight, in quotation, like on this famous poster from Second World War, unfortunately. We are taking the largest burden of the Western actions and Russian actions, and actually we are like a bumper of the car. First, we are getting hit when something happens as first. Unfortunately, it reminds me more or less the repetition from the 1939 September. History is making small circles and large circles. Some people say that it repeats itself, or it has many rims. So we see wise people can learn from history, not so wise people will never learn from history. What we will do, how it will happen, time will tell, but as of now, it doesn't look optimistic, this entire situation. All the best, bye. I wish you a lot of health, luck, and patience. Take care.